Hey guys, Stealth here. Tactical Tuesday with wait, what? Not Mudfight? No, this is Punch Bowl 10v10, tactical, 10 players on each team, and it has quite a few interesting zones. Elena and Fedor are both very interesting for infantry warfare. Not just these structures, but also the tree lines. The middle is usually rushed by ground forces. You're gonna see infantry trying to get in here fast, either coming in by helicopter or by ground transport, mostly motorized. Then you have Dmitry, which I consider to be an infantry heavy warfare area. And down the middle you can also use tanks. The road between Anna and Gregory is not quite as long as you may expect it to be. And I have found this out the hard way. The enemy team can have units in your base pretty damn fast. Now, the units that I'm going to be using are the SU-24M in order to counter infantry over here, to make sure that we get these structures, because with these under control we can mount an HGM fortress into Boris. Stealth bomber support. Let him know that I'm with him on that area. I also want to save up for an SU-24M, sorry, an SU-24, the seed aircraft, so I can go for any kind of radar-guided material and take those out instead. We have Gaddafi moving to capture this structure. Now, motorized is always going to get there first, so units that are in motorized or wheeled vehicles are going to get there very, very quickly. Mechanized are going to be lagging slightly behind, but they can carry the autocannons, which in an open area like this can be really, really useful. So it's going to be a bit of back and forth. What would have your preference? What would be the best vehicle? And then of course it depends on the enemy. Are they using something like a Vickers in the case of blue for fast motorized heavy gun support? Or are we sending, I don't know, BTR 70s, BTR 90s, BTR Jalos? All of those units can cause a lot of trouble. Now I deleted my fob, so I will not be using any kind of helicopter, or at least not likely, because we don't have a single fob. And that means that nobody's going to be able to rearm helicopters once they are done. So I hope that this guy, Master Catalog, knows what he's up to. Now I'm expecting a Blue 4 offensive to come down this road and then scatter towards Boris. This bomber has an aerial time of 195 seconds, so I can keep it already airborne and pretty much over the approach vector that I would want it to go. So I'm going to have it here and get it ready to strike in a direct line. Here we go. There's the first VLRAs. We have a couple more units coming in. I need to get eyes on them first. We have one T-80 UK pushing forward. A duo buck combination. Interesting. That's a lot of firepower right there. Looks like the VLRAs have done their business and are now backing the hell away. These look like more French transports, I would say. And they're making fast for this area here. And there's a Crotal, so let's back off. We have a Longbow over here. Looks like I'm about to get countered. Nope, not quite yet. Not quite sure. It's an F4 type. That's a Peace Rhine. That thing is just as afraid of me as I am of him. Alright, a few more points and I can get my anti-ground unit. I don't think I can get anything else interesting for that price tag. I can ramp up the bombing run on this target. Let's go for that one. Looks like he's already taken fire from what I think is a Skrejet. Actually, we're gonna do a bombing run here. So let these guys know that this is an incoming area and that they had better keep their heads down for a bit. And I missed. Stealth, what the hell? How do you miss with that many bombs? I mean, we just dropped 30 bombs. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Whoa, talking about infantry. Now, I don't usually use my SU-24M in a strafing run, but that doesn't mean it's not capable of doing it. It's just not really going to do that much. But I can stun them, lock them into the open, and by the looks of it also evoke some sort of AA response from somewhere over those woods. I want to have an actual radar target that I can kill. So far, nobody seems to be playing with radars today. And my SU-24 is just not really going to do anything by the looks of it. But the interesting thing is I'm not getting challenged at all. There does not seem to be any kind of infrared or radar unit going up. Oh, 15 points for the seaplane. Another missile pops in. Exact origin is not clear. Let's get the bombers to drop directly on top of the diggers before those guys manage to get a structure. I don't want them to do that. Looks like the AA infantry that was somewhere holed up here is no longer there. How did these survive? Wow. Okay. Longbow is harassing the infantry. He just took a nice hit there from the Igla. Can they do it again? Nope. Rearming out of range. That was close. That was close. Both of my aircraft are unavailable, so I was hoping to do a strafing run on the Longbow. Not really going to be able to do that. Let's see if they know what kind of AAA they have over there. Because that is definitely interesting information to me. If that is AAA in the sense that it's anti-air artillery, also known as an anti-air gun, or a SPOG, I might be able to hit that with the SU-24, the seed aircraft, by the way. If it's not, then it doesn't really matter. Gepard. That is radar guided. That is good intel. Looks like we got more infantry coming in. They're not taking a direct route, so they might be offloading there. What are you asking for help with? Because I don't see it. More infantry. Pretty high veterancy too, looking at that. A couple of Jaegers are pushing in. Let's give those guys something to worry about. Not sure if I'm going to be hitting anything. I doubt it. Yep, one squad. So let them know that. I killed 1 times 15 points, and I don't know what I wounded. That's something that it doesn't really tell you, but so long as we can keep the infantry at bay, that should give my team enough time to reinforce this area. So that's basically the play that I'm making. Keeping them at range. Oh, keep that thing active. Keep it active. Come on, SU-24. Now would be a good time. Yes, fly in. Go for it. Ooh, CV. Nice. Come on. There's the Gepard. No more Gepard. There's the Longbow. Jaguar is making a run for me? How do you see that going down? I hit the SU-24... Sorry, I hit the Longbow, but only very, very slightly. My SU-24 is still dashing it out with the Jaguar. That thing is going to be out of play for quite a while. And we have a heavy tank coming in. M101HA. Do we have enough anti-tank? We have one group of Concours at the front line. Motorschütze 90 will definitely kill the Abrams, but it has to come right up into their face. Which I don't think it's going to be doing anytime soon. All of these units are so expensive. And for the Longbow, I should put some cheaper infantry or some cheaper airplanes into this deck. Let's see how the situation is developing elsewhere. Look at the area where we don't have anything. Just the entire center, literally center area here, is empty. They could pretty easily punch through with a couple of transports and then have a look there, kill off the CV there. So if we can get this guy to unload his transport, then we can at least have his recon units operating in the area. There's the Jag. Looks like the Jag went down. Longbow, not feeling so brave anymore, just took one missile from the S7B, heading back home. And a couple more Jaeger are showing up. Surprise, surprise. Cheapest anti-tank unit I have, I believe, is the MiG-27K. Yeah, nothing really any more interesting than that. I wonder what they have. How many players do we see here? 1, 2, 3. Let's say they have 3 over there. This is the same one. OMG HE. Do we have any quitters? Nope. Everyone's still there. Panzer Grenadiers. 20 points. More Jaeger. Yeah, you can never have enough Jaeger. Let's give those Jaeger something to worry about. Drop in another load of... There we go, that's one of them down. One squad's dead. The other one has at least taken a bit more damage, if nothing else. SU-24 is still fixing the holes in its wings after its encounter with the Jaguar, so it's not going to be available anytime soon. Points slightly ahead for us, but not by much. Hello, Longbow. Mid, there we go. We have Heisenberg operating as Peace Rhine. F7B looks like it's going to be chasing down the Longbow again, or at least attempting to. Nope, Longbow is making its way out. Got a Puma. Peace Rhine comes in again. So you're going to use it as a fighter. Yeah. He did get a missile hit on him. But he made it out alive. By the looks of it. Still a bit of an engagement going on here. Let's hope I can knock out some of those special forces. It'd be really nasty for those boys to just suddenly show up here. On my doorstep. One hit. There's a Fuchs Milan. What's your plan? And try and get another AA response here. So at least we know what they have. Cavalry Scouts. That's a small unit. See if we can strafe those to death. No. Whoa, Crotal hit once. Crotal missed one. So he expended 2 out of 4 missiles. Just make my life easier, but once again, I put my SU-24 deep into repairs. That thing is not going to be coming back for a while. In the meanwhile, 111 points, so we're actually getting somewhere. I'm considering getting a MiG-29M or a MiG-29S. These things are pretty nice all-rounders with 15 HE, and these are better against vehicles. Not great with 6 armor penetration, but they can really mess up a tank without likely killing it. So it's going to be damaged so heavily that it's going to be out of the fight effectively anyway. Looks like they're probing what we have. Another 5-man squad coming in. Norforce. I don't really have any other tasking for my SU-24M at the moment. Ooh, that just changed. That's a very much a nicer target. You're gonna keep those boys there. That would be fantastic. Lightly skinned Vicar Mark 11. And they're moving. Oh, abort, abort. Never mind. He didn't drop all. No, he only dropped a half load of bombs. And he wasn't hit. So that should save me a little bit of time on the repair and the resupply. Got a leopard coming in. Longbow. Still casually sitting there. They captured Fedor. Or Fedor. However you'd like to pronounce that. Navy SEALs at this range aren't that much of an issue. When these boys get closer, they become quite nasty indeed. MiG-29S. Let's go for some of the infantry. Because our infantry is not going to be able to keep up with this for much longer. I know that there's a CV there, but a CV is not a prime target at the moment. Come on. Oh, don't tell me you're not going to drop. That's a really, really bad timing not to drop. Drop more or less here. We need to buy these guys some time. There's the AA. 2 5-pointers are dead. I think that's the flak panzers. And these guys are so stunned that they won't be attacking. I can buy a 15-point Euro, but it's going to be empty in about no time at all. Oh, I really hate it that the MiG didn't drop. Did I not give it enough time or something? I really believe I did. This is what I consider pretty bad play with the longbow. If you just don't use it, then don't have it here. Because now we know exactly where it is, so we don't have to worry about it on the other end of the map. We can keep an eye on it. And I prefer to have a longbow that pops in basically like a shark. It pops in, it gets a kill, it pops back out, and skirts around the edges of the map, gets some ammo, gets some fuel, get a kill there, come back. You never really know where it's going to hit next, which makes it all the more of a scare factor. And that scare factor, that suddenly, whoops, there goes my tank, that factor can be really important in controlling an area. The longbow gets hit again. The F7B does not come out unharmed either. Oh, the F7B went down. Damn. That thing had a good chance of knocking the longbow down. So we know that once again they have AA somewhere in this area. We just don't know exactly where. Looks like this lonely little serval has been spotted and is taking fire from a Prem-S from Dr. Rat. Also got a Super Dragon. 2 frontal armor. 1 armor. I wonder if the SU-24M has any kind of AP on the gun. Let's have a look. It does not. It only has HE damage. Making the serval, or the serval, for me a much more tempting target than the Super Dragon. Come on in. And pump some lead into that target. Dive. Kill. Out of here. Hit. Let me guess, that was the Quartal again? Yeah. And there's another AA unit. Ah, good. That makes it back up. And not a moment too soon. Because it seems that my freight loading services are required over here. If he can get a point or a positioning on that target, I can knock it down for him. Jarhead. Trapper. Alright. The MiG-29S, by the way, can also be moderately useful in hunting down helos. 60% accuracy does 5 HE. So if that longbow pops up, I can dissuade it from coming back in. the Fuchs Milan coming in. Wow, these guys have a really high veterancy grade. So I wouldn't be surprised if that is some sort of very high value infantry. Also brought in a 2A1. Still think it looks a bit boxy, but do not underestimate these tanks. Where can you go here, please? On the way. Oh, nice, with a BMPT pushing forward. And there's the Longbow again. Our old friend. If the Longbow gets a whiff of the BMPT, then this thing is in a lot of trouble. We need the Longbow here. I think you mean we need AA here. The Longbow's already there. Longbow, check. This thing has 40% ECM, making it quite survivable. Quite. Not fantastic. Hit. That's enough. Ah, damn it. They shot it down anyway? Damn it. Well, that was a waste of a good aircraft. Do I have another one? No. Only got one of those each at elite. So yeah, that served me well. Yeah, that was my bad. We do have the Groms, but I think that the Groms are not getting a good line of sight yet. The Longbow is probably hovering right there, giving it a decent coverage from the tree line. What we got here? That looked to me like an Aslav. Got a BTR 90 pushing up. Spetsnaz grew as well. Oh, it's a combat. But that's not the unit I saw. I do believe they killed it. Yeah, no more combat. I'm a bit nervous about bombing this area. Especially with you not knowing where the AA is. Aslav. What the hell? You're getting hit? How are you getting hit? That means that there could be special forces, also known as SAS, over here somewhere. I need to invoke their fire. Or provoke their fire and see what exactly could be hitting me. There. That's bad news. That is really bad news. Oh, they've finally brought a fighter. F4F. Alright, my infantry in this deck is not specifically great. Or at least not very diverse. I have the VDV, I have the Igla, and I have a lot of elite Spetsnaz. Spetsnaz, though, at 50 points with their transport. For now, I need to be really, really careful about where I'm going to strike. I would like to get a hit on the SAS, but I don't want to risk either of my aircraft. In the meanwhile... Oh, nice kill. No more fighter. That makes my life easier. We spotted one of their CVs. Points are still really, really close on this one. And it looks like they're fighting back with everything they got. The Leopard 2 just took a good hit from the missile from the T-72S. They're now exchanging gunfire. Come on, buddy, you got this. Missile on the Leopard. Looks like he got it. Yep, an explosion. No more 2A1. That leaves just the Crotal. You can see that the Fuchs is already on the way back. A Martyr 2 here. There's the two Vickers that I tried bombing earlier. Easily wiped out. Seems that the team is really starting to pull through now. I really haven't done that much. 160, so I lost more points than I gained. Being actually, I'm not going to say a bit of a nuisance, but I'm not carrying my weight. At least not in the sense of sheer damage. Although I may have been able to do damage or assist the team by bombing the area over there, neutralizing that area. Or buying our team more time. CV pulling out there. For Moses and LSTR's pushing forward. Good play by Spectre. I think that Spectre rolled that flank all by himself. Just because. Tracked Rapier flying back. Flying? Sorry. Moving back. That looks like a squad. That's the Martyr. So there's a high chance of Panzer Grenadiers. Incoming! Bombs away. Once again I took a hit. Probably once again the Crotal. 2 more Vickers from Nigel patrolling the area. And we need a CV. Yep, Spectre is sending his CV up. The North force is going to go down fast. The Fern Spayers seem to be currently outranging everyone. Except for the rocket pods. Although it only carries 10 more. Where is your bloody Crotal? I would really like to get a hit on that. Uh-oh. This has to be resolved right now. And I mean right now. Because I think that they just managed to get their infantry all the way around. Sneaking them through and through and through. Because CVs don't suddenly die. At least not in my book. I mean, I've had jets crash on them and helicopters get shot down over them, but that was not the case here. So we need to turtle up around this CV and make sure that that thing survives. Because it's the only CV we have left here. You guys are on sentry duty. If we could get a recon helicopter, that would be really nice. I'm not chasing a ghost, am I? The only way that they can get a unit in there, I think, would be to move it around. I'm not expecting anything along the likes of an accidental death or a bombing run, because we would have seen that. I was watching the area. So where are they now? Where did they retreat to? Still a CV spotted there. I should be able to reach out and touch that with a bomber. Silent surrenders. That's another blue down. Whatever happened to that command squad or commando squad that was operating behind my lines? Already incoming. What kind of arty would that be? The Prem. Yeah. Trust me, I think this is going to work a whole lot better. Although I've said that before. Almost ended up losing this aircraft. Repeatedly. There's AA coming up. Kill on the CV. Let's hope that their radar-guided weaponry is still active. Otherwise, do a strafing run on the Aslav. Lightly armored. You never know. And it can't see them. More infrared AA. And again, another hit. Oh. Why do you have to continue to get hit? Alright, I have no idea where that infantry unit went. I find it really unlikely that we suddenly missed him. It's a quad stack of transports, look like stalwarts to me. Yep. Or are they stollies? Yeah, sorry, stollies, not stalwarts. 2700 versus 2500. We're not out of the woods yet. There's their AA. Indeed, not infrared. Sorry, not radar guided, but instead infrared. So we're not wrong about that. Here's the thing. I'm considering sending up an Mi-24K over this area to search. But if I do and I find SAS, then you know how that's going to end. And it's not going to be pretty. Talking about not pretty, I hope this works. I think that the Rapier will get at least one return fire in. It missed. Something else hit. And hit. And... oh dear. Move. Come. Ugh. Nope. In the last possible second, it got shot down. Fantastic. With the amount of AA that they still have over the area, I'm very, very conservative with my aircraft. Well, I'm gonna have to be because I'm almost out of aircraft. Should have bought an SU-27M instead. No idea where these guys are. Let's see if I can do anything with outdated trucks from the 50s. I'm not likely to get a kill on the CEV, but any kind of infantry or maybe even transports I can kill. The S-Lavs? Yeah. That's a bit of a stretch. Although I do have 1 point of armor penetration. That's all I need for those things. So, here's the killing S-Lavs. You. Go... no, never mind. I was going to say go grab some fuel, but there's no fuel. With the utter lack of a fob. There's still the Crotal moving around. Look at that thing pull corners. That's impressive. So points, 2900 blue, 3200 red. My points, 315. Which is really, really low for a tactical. What? Aha! Wow, how long have you been there? We were searching in all the wrong places. That took me forever. But I think that we finally found them. Alright, I have 142 points. What to do with those? Oh, Spetsnaz, if you could just smarten the hell up, get out of the fire, that might improve your working conditions. Just a bit. I may have lost one of the BTRs there. I think this is going to be the final nail in the coffin for blue. They have nothing left. Another air patrol from Master Catalog, although I think that the Longbow died quite a while ago. There's a CV going down. We can keep the seed overhead, but I don't think it's going to find anything. There's another CV. And I believe that Spectre really deserves the kill for that one. I mean, he had... I thought he would have way more points. This is more of a a token presence than anything else. I mean, come on. How likely are you to get a kill? There we go. Game over. Okay, so, yeah. I went negative by 8 points. Fantastic. 8 points only. But, regardless, I was able to help out the team, or at least I like to think so. With the SU-24M doing quite a decent amount of damage against the Diggers, the Jaegers, the Panzergrenadiers. Killed 1 CV, killed a Rapier, and that's about it. What got me in the end? Yep, a Crotal. In the end, it was the Crotal that put the final missile into that jet. Despite all of the missiles that it survived, that one last missile was just too much. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Not the best game, but finally a different map, Punch Bowl. And hopefully many more to come. If you have any gameplays or any replays that you'd like me to have a look at or cast on the channel, please send those in through the link in the description down below. It's going to not guarantee you that you're going to get a casting, because I get about 5 replays per day and I only cast 2 per week. So keep that in mind. But any other map than Mudfight for a 10v10 tactical has a really, really good chance of actually getting cast. So thank you for watching, thank you for sending in your replay, hope to see you again soon, and in the meanwhile, good luck at Wargame.